Drug rep here who would like to speak with you.
So I'm a pharmacist. I'm also an attorney. I've seen these drug reps come through. I advise drug reps, and I also work as a pharmacist. And I've never been a physician, but I've worked in a physician's office before as well. Just getting these drug reps come through. So let's see what these guys say.
Be there in about maybe 10 minutes. Hey, Doc. Thanks for making the time.
Yeah, that can be one way to do it. I'm not sure how they would show up there.
Hi. I dropped off some cookies in the break room for you.
Yeah, the cookies thing happens less so. Does happen all the time, don't get me wrong, but you have to be worried as a drug rep about the kickback rules and what's called the Pharma Code, essentially saying that you can't do these things if it's uncalled for. It could actually, under the Sunshine Act, be a payment to the physician. The physician would not be happy.
Oh, wow, that's very nice of you. So, Doc, I don't want to waste your time, but I've got a new drug and I'm excited to tell you about it. Okay, sure.
Now, one of the things that you have to realize is that doctors love sales reps because they are very nice individuals. They're literally paid to be nice to you. However, one of the unsaid things when you talk to doctors, you talk to clinicians, is they don't actually believe the information coming from sales reps as often as they probably should. They go, I'll take a medical information specialist, I'll take a medical science liaison. We know that the drug rep can only speak on label, and they may not have as in-depth of knowledge as, say, a medical science liaison may have. I'd love to see if you guys have had a different experience with that. Do you, as a physician, do you as a healthcare provider, do you as a patient trust a sales rep as much as you would trust a medical science liaison, which is typically pharmacists, nurses, doctors, PhDs?
Placebotrol. It's FDA approved for Crohn's
I love the name of the drug, Placebotrol, but it's used for Crohn's disease. Okay.
disease and ulcerative colitis. Sounds great.
First of all, no, you aren't going to have two different diseases approved at the same time, especially for a new drug. That's highly unusual. You usually start with one disease state because it takes forever to get that one disease state approved.
Got a few interesting studies I'd love for you to look over. Oh my, okay. This is a lot. So what's the story with this drug? Well, basically what makes this drug unique is it's the best drug that's ever been created.
Yeah, every sales rep does that.
Oh, you don't say. It's super fast acting and it controls disease better than its counterpart.
You are a Me Too drug. That's what you're struggling with, right? You might struggle with, here's what the standard of care is, here's what another drug is. We do it different. We do it faster. We do it quicker. We do it stronger.
How does it work? It's a completely new mechanism. So
if it's completely new, then you don't have anything that's comparable. So you're not comparing to other drugs in its class anymore.
Great for patients who have failed other options. Okay.
That's great. This is something that's really important because you often are testing on patients who failed other options. What's interesting is you don't do those head-to-head studies this early either.
Oh, that's great. But it also works better than the old mechanisms tried for.
Okay, be very careful. If your sales rep's going out there saying it works better than, the FDA does not look at that kindly unless you've done head-to-head studies. If you are a brand new drug to the market, chances are you have not done those brand new studies.
For your patients who haven't tried anything before, I guess.
So wait, you're taking patients who have not tried something before, but you say it works better than everything else. How would you know that?
That makes sense. What are you typically using for ulcerative colitis these days? It varies depending on the patient. You should really be using Placebotrol because it's a pill, so it's more convenient for patients.
Now remember, that's always true. Patients love pills. In fact, if you are in the obesity world right now, the big dream everyone has is switching over to oral semaglutide, for example, oral GLP-1s. Drug companies, whether or not we like it, the dream is one pill once a day for the rest of your life. Why one pill? Because it's easy to take. Why once a day? Because you don't forget for the rest of your life, because there's always money coming in. But again, luckily, you don't have to pay that drug company for the rest of your life. It goes generic after a while.
Some patients like an infusion because it's less frequent. We have a program that can get patients access to this drug for free for a year.
Okay, so now that would be problematic. If it's for free for a year, you're not talking about what's called beneficiary inducements, and that, I'm not sure, that may not work very well.
All right. Did I mention I brought cookies? Yes. Now I gotta get back to my patients. Just let me quickly run through the major findings and tables from these recent 6 research papers, okay? Fine. Did I mention there's cookies in the break room?
Okay, you've mentioned the cookies part. Called, click, or email.